Initially, I thought that this will be about continuous integration, but in fact, when I was writing this small presentation, I realized that it is about automating delivery. It's not about continuous integration. We're still on the way for continuous integration. Initially, our starting point, which was pretty long time ago, I think you see here, it was really nice process. Somebody develops something, then handles this code compiled on his own machine to person who deploys, and this person will use RDP or FTP to deliver these files and hope that everything goes well. Not really good, but it was like this. So finally, we came out with a solution to use a TeamCity as a build server, but actually we're not really tied into it, but you can use any build server out there, like Jenkins, Cruise Control, Visual Studio for Team Services, and it will work. It will just work. So normal process is like developers will contribute to source control their code, and then build server will either build and deploy, prepare a releasable package, and deliver, and then will deliver it on your wish to the target service. But with Sitecore, we have another challenge that we need to deliver some logical items, like what is called items actually in the databases. So you can use Unicorn for this, you can use TDS for this, but TDS costs much, and when we started this automation, Unicorn was not major, so we decided to go our way and created small VCF service which will deliver zip or update packages to target servers and deploy them using native Sitecore code to deliver. So the developer develops his codes and he creates a package and also puts it in the source control. I shall note that this process is usable only if you have a shared database. So all developers are using the same database in the, during development. If you use own databases, then it's preferable to use Unicorn or TDS. So, and steps are, actually the delivery is using two steps for, actually the delivery consists of two steps. First, we need to prepare a release package, then we need to deploy it. So first of all, release package preparation. First step of this process is install NuGet packages, then MS-build will create a deployable package along with a command file, which can be used to execute this package. After that, we will run, if there is tests, and we can run tests on it. And final step of preparing release package is analysis of web config using VCSA, which is based on OWASP to check your web config for security. Deployment is slightly bigger because it involves more steps. It also needs access to source control at this moment to get those packages to deliver. So first start, it will do a configuration transformations, because when you're delivering a release package, you will need different configurations for roles you are delivering, like content delivery server will have access to web and core database, but don't need access to master database. There can be different indexes set up, whatever you need. Everything can be configured with config transformations based on default Visual Studio config transformations and slow cheetah for additional configurations. Then MS-build will execute a special Sitecore delivery step. It's actually a set of MS-build targets which downloads web config from a target server, inject their VCF configuration, uploads this web config along with the color CI DLL for our VCF server to work, and then uploads our zip packages and installs them on target server. Next, separate step, publish an app offline to stop our application from serving content to end users. And along with publishing app offline, we are stopping monitoring, if any, like uptrends, New Relic synthetics, whatever. Also, there is an additional target to inform New Relic about deployment. The main tool we are using for monitoring our applications is New Relic. So deployments can be traced also there. Then separate step, again with MS build, is cleaning up of target application, like removing all stale files in bin folder, for example, or media caching can be removed, or views can be removed if you need this. Everything is configurable. Then, since MS build and MS deploy strangely uses different parameters, we need to prepare parameters, and for example, there is a wonderful parameter skip extra files on server, which allows us to either decide that MS deploy will clean up server and use only content of our package, or it will just deploy on top of existing files. So this step again uses MS build to prepare our parameters, and finally deployment fires up with a CMD file produced by MS build and prepare during preparation of release package. Then again MS deploy delivers our config files from config transformation step. Then we will remove application offline to serve our application to users. And curl will visit first home page of our application to heat it up. Then wget will preheat our application, visiting several pages up to whatever deep link you want. Normally it is up to 2 levels of links, but it can be configured to any level you wish to. And finally, there is a set of deployment checks, which also uses MS build to check our application. It consists of several checks, like checking robots.txt, if it's there, if it's valid, if it doesn't deny content indexing, because there was issues with somebody checked in robots.txt with denial of all indexing, and then, as you can imagine, the customer will not like it. Also, we run a web page test analysis to analyze how application is performing after our deployment, and we check our application for broken links also. So that's it. Really short and fast. Do you have questions?